Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest news in the mining industry. Welcome, Martin.
Thanks, Ashley.
Now, can you tell us about the role that platinum group metals can play in water pollution?
Yeah, we've always linked platinum group metals to air pollution because for decades, they've kept urban areas and cities clean because the cars had exhaust systems that were catalyzed by platinum, and that made sure that the air going into the city was cleaner than it would be. But nobody thought about water, and now you can see that a platinum group metal can also be used to make sure that we break down the germs that are in water, and this is a problem. The breaking down of these germs is becoming more and more difficult, particularly in raw water. And it ends up, in the water treatment that we're doing, which are often on remote sites, the proper treatment is not done. And now along comes, Marty Tech, based in Johannesburg, creates a product that you can put on site that is catalyzed by a platinum group metal that produces hydrogen peroxide. And it's the answer for the world. And I hope the world takes us up, because this is a problem of concern around the world, that water is not as pure as it used to be. There are pesticides in it, there are pharmaceuticals in it, there are all sorts of things that are hard to break down. This can break it down, and so it'll be wonderful if the world acknowledges this, that this is what we can do with a platinum group metal from South Africa.
Now, talk to us about traceability in the mining sector and Petra Diamonds' progress in this regard.
There was often a saying, particularly in the old days, they used to say, not everyone in the diamond industry is a crook, but all the crooks are in the diamond industry. And so people are now quite concerned about that. They want to know where their diamonds come from. So traceability has been given more and more importance. In fact, the G7 will sanction diamonds that are not traceable. Mm-hmm. So it is important for this traceability to come through, and it's very good news that Petra, which mines its diamonds in Cullinan and Finch and goes along the whole supply chain of diamonds, is trialing two technologies that should create knowledge, from the mine to the finger. And that'll be great, so that anywhere in the world, if you buy a Petra diamond, you will know which mine it came from, which Petra diamond mining. And it'll also tell you the good that that diamond has done, because, they do a lot of work for communities. So it is important that this comes through, and I think by the year end, Petra will have a diamond that is 100% traceable.
And lastly, applications for the 400 million Rand Junior Mining Exploration Fund will close on July 12th.
It is great that we're encouraging exploration here. We should have been doing it way back, because what happened was pre-democracy, the private sector used to control all that, and the government didn't get involved. When we entered democracy, the new government said, this is unusual, because if you look at Canada and you look at Australia, the custodian of the rights lies with the state. So let us take that. But it's not an easy job. And we can see how the state has fallen down very, very badly. Their systems don't work. They're trying to get a cadastre in now. So we've lost an enormous amount of time. We've had largely, brownfield exploration investments around the mine where you are now. But when you see what the opportunity is upcoming, we should have been far more active. And at least they've started now, with this 400 million, trying to encourage entrepreneurs, trying to get juniors in. The deadline is July the 12th. They're going to have to move fast. This is a high-risk business, and it's for entrepreneurs, it's quite a high risk. So, they're going to have to assist, I think, and encourage and collaborate. And we see a lot of encouragement coming through from Minerals Council South Africa, working on the same platform with the Council for Geoscience and with the Industrial Development Corporation and the Department of Mineral Resources, all saying, let's go forward and let's start with this. But of course, it's going to take a lot more than this, because we are only getting less than 1% of global investment in exploration we have this target of 5%. I think we should try and get to 1% first, because this is a major effort to attract this, and it means that we have to have, something of choice. Yeah, we know that we've got rocks that people want to explore. We know that there's a whole new era coming through, that you'll need critical metals, but they're not going to come here, if we don't have proper administration, if we can't give them confidence, because this is a high-risk game. You need to know that the administrative setup, the regulatory setup is there, but the cadastre will help. So the sooner that gets out, the better.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
Great pleasure, Sashni.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. To subscribe to Creamer Media's Engineering News and Mining Weekly, please email subscriptions@creamermedia.co.za.